guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got the Super Cap 220 tournament that's just round the corner. I'm going to show you some common goalkeepers to put in your team with relatively low L15s. And the first pick I've got is Josep Martinez, the goalkeeper of Genoa, currently obviously in the Serie A. They were in Serie B last year, and he was, as you can see here, pretty much phenomenal. Lots of nice greens, obviously in a lesser league. And in regards to Genoa at the moment in the Serie A, they are sitting currently 13th, only conceded 16 at the moment, which actually isn't too bad for a newly promoted side. Spanish goalkeeper, as I said, plays for Genoa. He has Frosinone away, again butchered it, and then Empoli at home, which is two nice games. And can I mention he's also got an L15 of 40 as well. So again, if you were to draft them in, that helps you significantly, your Cap 220 squads, and probably not in the most favourable fixtures from that point onwards, but it's obviously someone you can swap in, you can utilise, and yeah, try with the best of your ability to try fit around. Like I said, L15 of 40, which is very nice. He's had 2 clean sheets in the last 3 against more the lesser clubs or the lesser sides in the league, but nevertheless, he's keeping the clean sheet. And I suspect he'll probably get one again against Empoli as well, and also maybe here away. So I think you've got a good shout here for a goalkeeper who's obviously going to cost you nothing, because this is for common players, common goalkeepers that you can just easily just draft in. If you're unsure to do that, guys, literally just go onto the drafting system on either one of the top 5 leagues in the amateur leagues. I'm not sure how the bigger galleries are going to be able to do it, because I don't think we have access to the amateur league now as of right now. But I know for newer beginners and people with smaller galleries, you go onto the amateur league, click on swap, and then swap in the goalkeeper you want. And Martinez will come up as 40. And obviously 40 is the lowest. So if I show you any other goalkeepers here that are 39 or lower, they'll still have a cap points thing of 40. But yeah, it's as simple as that. You just draft them in. So Josep Martinez is your first one. So the next goalie we have here is the under 23 player Noah Atubulu. Plays at the moment for Freiburg, and German goalkeeper. He has some nice little lineups coming up soon. Freiburg themselves are currently sitting in 8th place. They conceded 22 as opposed to what I said about Martinez before. He's only conceded 13. But yeah, he's obviously conceded a lot of goals. Freiburg themselves has an L15 of 40 as well, which is really nice. Again, like Martinez, it's someone you can obviously just swap in and put in. Got to be careful when he's up against the mid to good teams, because he seems to be conceding quite a bit at the moment. But again, unlike Martinez, you can use this guy for midweek utility, i.e. the Europa League. And obviously he's at home to Olympiacos, which is a game I'm pretty sure they should be winning. So yeah, I would have him favourites to that. Darmstadt 98 at the moment, so they are currently sitting in 15th, and then also they play Mainz away, I believe it was, who are sitting 16th, who aren't scoring a whole lot either at the moment. So that's obviously something to take in consideration. So yeah, there's obviously 3 games that you can use them for. So again, just swap them in. L15 of 40. From game week 427, 428, 429, I'd use him, but you can still use them all the way to game week 434, which is the end of the Cap 220 monthly, with Cologne also looking a favourable fixture also at home. So we go to England, and we're going to go to Alfonso Areola, West Ham starter goalkeeper at the moment. As you can see here, obviously his L5 is 40%, L15 is 60%. No need to worry. He's basically he is the first goalkeeper. He's getting his midweek utility is probably not there, because they seem to sub in, I think it's Fabianski. Yeah, Fabianski midweek, whereas obviously they prefer Areola to be in the starter of each Premier League game. And also, he's obviously not the main starter. That's Magnan for France, and so obviously that's why he gets a DMP there also. But you can see here with midweek, and internationally, there's no utility for him, but he is someone you can use obviously in the Premier League, so when and where they play midweek or on the weekends. Has some favourable games against Burnley. At home to Crystal Palace, they could well do. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. Not sure it's going to be in their favour, but I think it's a low scoring game nonetheless. Fulham aren't doing too well at the moment. Then you've got Wolves also at home, so not the most favourable of lineups or matchups, I should say. But he does have an L L15 of 39. So what I was saying before, guys, just before Martinez, if you're new to the drafting system, just go onto the swap and then go find Areola in the goalkeepers, and you'll see he still has, although he has an L15 of 39, he'll still show as 40 points, because that is the lowest a player can be. But yeah, obviously in regards to him and on West Ham at the moment, West Ham, I mean, they're dropping form as of recently, especially this four loss streak they had here. But apart from that, from the start of the season, back in game week 397 here, draw, win, loss against City, not bad, win midweek. So they had, you know, a good little run here, and they were pretty much meant to be mid-table or lower, probably near relegation like they were last season. So again, I think they're doing, obviously, they're surpassing expectations at the moment. Burnley, like I said, Burnley are struggling to score at the moment, so I would have him down potentially in that fixture. And also, I would say Wolves going to be a difficult one because Wolves are at home. Yeah, it's going to be difficult games, but nonetheless, he's 39 L15, which is nice and low for one of you guys to use. And obviously, as you can see here, he can get some nice, decent scores. You know, when he does concede, he's still getting year 10, 10 AA in the last 3 months. It's 11 AA, and the last month is 5.7. Because obviously he had a stinker here against Brentford, which brings it down significantly. But as you can see here, 10, 13, and 7.3. So again, if he does concede, it shouldn't be, you know, all or nothing for you guys. But it's definitely, if he does keep a clean sheet, then he does tend to get those higher scores. You see 64, 82, 72. So it is nice rather than just the opposed to the 60. Next up, the Wolves goalkeeper, L15 of 39, obviously the main goalkeeper for Wolves, Jose Sarr. In regards to the fixtures they has, as you can see here, he's got Fulham, Arsenal, which I probably wouldn't play him against, especially away, but then at home to Burnley, at home to Nottingham Forest. And yeah, I would take him in those two sort of games. He's most likely going to concede again, and probably even potentially three against Arsenal away from home as well, in which case then that L15 is only going to become lower. So yeah, definitely worth someone I think picking up even as your spare goalkeeper in the Premier League draft system. In regards to his scoring, obviously this season's been a bit up and down. Seems to be Portugal's second goalkeeper as well, below Diogo Costa. Yeah, so when he has a stinker game, it seems to go down quite a lot. They were leading to goal there, conceding 2 there against Sheffield. So yeah, I'd be hesitant with this one, but I can definitely see them keeping a clean sheet against Burnley or Nottingham Forest, especially Burnley. So it might well be worth you drafting him into your Premier League squad as a second backup goalkeeper, as opposed to like maybe an Edison or Sanchez or something like that from Chelsea. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's definitely worth a shout. As I said, L15 39 and could potentially go lower. So we got France, and we're going to go to the goalkeeper of Toulouse, and that's Restes, or Restes. Not a clue how to pronounce it, but either way, you know what I'm talking about. L15 of 41, which again is nice and low. Then we have, in regards to his fixtures, you can use him midweek as well, because he's got Europa League utility also, which is lovely. Nice are top at the moment, so I wouldn't use him against Nice despite the 60 score average they seem to be getting. As I said, Nice are sitting top currently. Oh, well, Nice are sitting second place, which is still, you know, they're going above and beyond expectations for that. In regards to Toulouse themselves, they are sitting 14th. They conceded 16 goals in the 12 games, so not the worst. They're not getting, you know, like Lorient here who are 21, but they are probably one of the worst for that, because when they keep a clean sheet, they can, but when they concede, then they seem to concede at least 2-3, which obviously is not the most favourable in a goalkeeper. But like I said, with an L15 of 41, you've got Lorient at home, and Lorient are currently sitting in 16th. You have Lyon away, and they're currently sitting in 18th. You have Lask, who are a decent team in the Austrian Bundesliga. So again, this should be a game they should be winning. Whether they keep a clean sheet away from home is a different story, but could well use them for that. And then you also have Rennes and Monaco. Monaco is probably not the best shout because Monaco are sitting 3rd, but then you do have Rennes who are sitting 13th here, who haven't got the best of form in the last 5 games. But like I said with him before, obviously when they concede, they seem to concede and say, look, 5, 3, 2, 2. But he does get some good, decent AA score every now and again anyway. in the last 3 months, 6.2 in the last month. He's hitting 7.6. So yeah, not amazing, but at least if he does concede, and hopefully it's not 3 or more, otherwise you'll get obviously a negative decisive, then in which case he's going to be pulling up some nice little gains for you here. Like I said, nice clean sheets here with decent AA with it alongside, so it's not just going to be just a flat out 60. But yeah, I think it's a nice solid goalkeeper, only 18, so he's obviously going to get better. And obviously mainly there for the L15 of 41, which is very nice for the Toulouse goalkeeper. So this goalie here was someone myself and Jonesy had brought up in the rare goalkeepers, the cheap rare goalkeepers, or budgeted. So make sure to go check that out. I'll try and leave it up in the corner, below, in the top right hand corner. Otherwise, we've got Mvogo here, like I said, third tier for the or third goalkeeper for the Switzerland, behind Sommer and Kobel, I think it is. He has some nice favourable matchups with Metz, Toulouse, Strasbourg, and maybe potentially Brest. Brest are kind of sitting 8th at the moment. Maybe Marseille, like I said, Toulouse, Strasbourg. Yeah, although Lorient are sitting 16th, which is not the best, and they are conceding one of the most in the league. He has still got an L15 of 44 and an L5 of 61, so he's obviously playing really well at the moment. As you can see here, he's getting nice, really nice AA. From what you can see here in the last 3 months, he's getting an AA score of 13, and in the last month it's a 16.1, which again is very lovely for a goalkeeper, even if he was to concede. So yeah, L15 of 44 for Mvogo. The Lorient French League goalkeeper, I think, is really solid, and obviously there's the DMP reasons, because he's not the main goalkeeper and he's probably just getting a run out there for some international minutes. But yeah, that is my next goalkeeper, guys, Mvogo. Next up, we have my boy Andre Onana. Yes, I'm a United fan. But yeah, the Cameroonian goalkeeper, obviously for Manchester United, he can hit some nice highs, but he can hit some lows as well, which you can see here with a couple of mistakes, errors leading to goal. Don't know why I didn't share, because I think he lost us that particular game, if I remember right. Probably not that game, it's probably something else, don't it? There you go, probably the buying goal. But yeah, he's playing really well at the moment. He's playing really sharp, even conceding the 4 goals against Copenhagen, but still getting a nice AA of 13.4, even despite getting a -12 on that. So it's a nice 25 AA. He would have, assumed he had got if he didn't think, and also would have had that decisive negative either. So again, someone who's really solid. Bring him up because he's got an L15 of 44. L5 of 60, so he's obviously in form, and wasn't 15 within the last 15 games, so he is someone you can utilise. Everton, I think Everton are playing really well at the moment, but it could be a score draw there, or 1-1 or 1-0 or something to that extent, I would say. Galatasaray, I wouldn't bother. Newcastle, Chelsea potentially again, I think it could be like a 0-0, and also Bournemouth is where you want to utilise them right there in game week 4, 3-1. Again, not the most favourable fixtures against Bayern Munich and Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle. United have a hard run, but if he does have a hard run here against Galatasaray, Newcastle, Chelsea, by the time it gets to Bournemouth, the L15 is going to go down lower. So again, extra positives to that. It's not positive for me. I hope we win every game, but I doubt we will. But yeah, he's definitely somebody you can use and swap within your draft system with the Jose Sarr or any other sort of Premier League goalkeeper I'm choosing for one of you guys out there, or trying to help you choose out there. Obviously you don't have to buy him because he's going to be dirt free in common. You just got to swap him in, and it's as easy as that. So I've got Mark Fleck in here, obviously the Brentford goalkeeper. I can only see them keeping a clean sheet probably against one of Luton and or Sheffield United. Potentially, yeah, Wolves obviously aren't within it. It's 4-2-7 to 4-3-4. So obviously it's the 1-2-3-4-5 here. So out of those games, I would assume Brentford will win against either Luton or Sheffield. I would say they would keep a nice clean sheet against Luton, but again, you never know. L15 of 44, which again is nice and low. He's just, yeah, I think he's a solid goalkeeper. Definitely a good pickup from Brentford themselves. I think it was from Freiburg, if I remember right. Yeah, Freiburg, they picked him up, where again, he was solid all at the back end of last season as well throughout. So yeah, it's definitely someone to keep on your radar. Again, maybe like a Jose Sarr, just put him as your second goalkeeper to the main, and yeah, just pop him in when you have you utilise him in the game week 4-2-9 at home to Luton, which has got an average of 60 score average for that particular game, which is going to be lovely. And they could well do it against Arsenal. In all seriousness, Arsenal seem a bit stodgy, I guess you can call it, away from home, but they seem to get the job done. But I think Brentford will make it a little bit more difficult to them. But I can't see a clean sheet happening there. But Luton's definitely one to keep your eye out for right there. Sam Johnston, another one was staying in England, another one who's decent. Crystal Palace, obviously starting main goalkeeper. They do play Luton away. I don't know why it's so low, the score matrix there, but I think they could easily keep a clean sheet now and make it 1-2-0. And I also think they will win over Bournemouth as well, again 1-2-0. In regards to the rest of the game, West Ham, Liverpool, City, Brighton, all within that Cap 220 date, obviously between 4-2-7 and 4-3-4. Yeah, I think they're going to get at least 2 clean sheets here, Bournemouth and Luton. I can see it happening. So yeah, L15 and 44, which is lovely for Sam Johnston. You can see here, he is really susceptible to like extra AA scores on top of his decisive scoring, which is also really lovely to have and could be a real difference maker for your team. And we're going to finish it off in France with Diouf, the goalkeeper for Reims. Reims themselves are currently sitting in 5th position, and they do play Lens, they play Le Havre. Who else are they playing? They're playing also Nice, as I say, are 2nd place. But I can see them keeping the clean sheet against Le Havre, despite them playing half decently and overperforming at the moment. Lens, again, I can see that, but again, away from home is going to be difficult. And also Rennes, and then at home is Strasbourg, which is again a favourable fixture for Reims. So I could definitely see him getting something like that. L15 and 47 is the highest of all the goalkeepers so far, but as you can see from here, his last 3 games, he's kept 2 nice clean sheets and a 5 AA against PSG. Again, just -9, so it's not the best, obviously 5 AA, but it's something. At least he's trying not to, he's probably saving and doing what he needs to do as a goalkeeper. Might be just his defence letting him down. Nice little 21 plus AA right here. As you can see here, the goalkeeper is just 21 AA, which is really, really nice. And as you can see here, nice 32 AA against Lyon as well here. So he's obviously capable of it. He's not just hitting flat out 60s or anything like that. If he does concede, and hopefully not a lot of goals, then he should be able to help you at least bring it up a little notch, or bring it up a notch with an extra, looks like 10 sort of AA. Regards to AA, it's 10.1 the last 3 and 9.7 in the last month. So again, really solid for a goalkeeper's AA form. So yeah, I'll definitely keep this guy in consideration. Use him against Strasbourg at least, if you don't have any other goalkeepers, and Le Havre. And if you want to risk it against Lens and Rennes, it's completely up to you. But yeah, I can definitely see him giving you guys a couple of more clean sheets. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. So thank you so much for watching. As you can see on screen, this is my Twitter at the moment, @Sorare. Obviously not going to change. Don't know why I said at the moment, but it is what it is. I've also seen, as you can see here, keep pointing the wrong way, I've got a Twitch channel that I think I'll come on every now and again, but make sure to drop a follow for that also. And if you are new to Sorare, make sure to use this link, and in which case we both benefit from it. I'll receive a card, you'll receive a card once getting yourself a bundle or some other cards off auction, and it's a win-win for both of us. So make sure you do it if you want. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.